Hey, it's Haley. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna show you everything we are packing for our backpacking trip with 2 kids and a dog. So I'm coming at you from my floor because I have everything laid out. It's a big mess in here, but I'm gonna show you everything we're packing. So hopefully it's helpful if you have a backpacking trip with 1, 2, or multiple kids planned. Hopefully you can get some ideas of what we're bringing, maybe some tips and tricks I'll share along the way. I've been backpacking with my kids on multiple trips. I took my first when he was 15 months old for the first time, and my second when she was 3 months old. And we've done multiple trips since with the both of them. So I'm really excited. This is our second trip with the kids this season, and we're going to a new spot. So I'm really excited. So anyway, let's just jump into it, and I'm gonna show you everything we are packing. All right, so first up we have our packs. So this is my backpacking pack I've had for years. It's the Iksplor 50-liter pack. I love it. And my husband has the men's equivalent. So it's the Osprey Atmos 65-liter. I love these packs. I think they're really awesome, but if you are looking for a new backpacking pack or your first backpacking pack, I highly recommend going into the store like REI to try the packs on with some weight inside to see what's comfortable for you. Like I mentioned, we are bringing both of our kids. So one is 17 months old and the other is 3 years old. My 3-year-old I'm hoping will hike the whole time. This is gonna be about a 2-3 mile round trip, so it's not gonna be too hard, but we are bringing carriers for them, and these are the carriers I highly recommend if you are backpacking with a kid. This is called the TrailMagik carrier, and it clips right onto your pack's load lifters, which is this part right here, and then the straps down here, and they just sit right on the front. They're good for once your kid turns 1 and up until I think around 45 pounds. So highly recommend. It's just really lightweight and small. I carry my 17-month-old the whole time in this, and then it's great for our 3-year-old when he just needs a break. If he gets tired and we want to go a little further, we'll just put him in and call it good. For sleeping bags, this is my husband's. It's a 30-degree Montbell sleeping bag, and then I am going to use my Thermarest 32-degree bag. It's extremely lightweight. I love this thing compared in size, and they're about the same temperature rating. This bag is gonna be more expensive, but I really love this bag. Along with my sleeping bag, I am gonna bring this Sea to Summit Thermalite Reactor. It's just a sleeping bag liner to add a little bit of extra warmth. I sleep pretty cold, so I love having this. It also keeps your sleeping bag clean if you're sleeping in your hiking clothes, which I may be doing, so I love this thing. And then my kids are gonna use the Morrison outdoor sleeping bags, and this is what they look like. So it's like a sleep sack sleeping bag. I really love it. This is the down version. They also have a synthetic, which is what we're gonna bring for my toddler. I haven't actually decided if we're gonna bring the down one or the synthetic. The down is rated for 20 degrees and the synthetic is rated for down to 40 degrees. So I need to double check the weather before we go. But yeah, it just zips down. I really love it, and it's rated for safe sleep for babies 6 months, and they have bags for up to, I believe, 6-year-olds. For our sleeping pads, one thing I love to do when backpacking with kids is bring our double sleeping pad. It's like 2 pads in one, so it's a little bit bigger, but it's really nice. I can fit myself and my 2 kids on here, or my husband and both the kids. So we love bringing that, and then we bring a single pad because we use a 3-man tent, and so next to each other, these fit pretty much perfectly. And then because I am worried the temperature is gonna be a little bit cool, I'm gonna bring this closed cell foam sleeping pad to lay underneath whichever side the kids are sleeping on to add some extra warmth, because your sleeping pad is really important for not only comfort, but keeping you insulated from the cold ground. So making sure you have a warm sleeping pad is also important. Some people might consider pillows to be a luxury item. I do not. I think they're necessary, so I'm bringing a couple pillows. These are just like cheap ones from Amazon. This is kind of a nicer one from Climate. This is my pillow. I think it's worth the wait. And we have one more of these we'll bring because my toddler has started wanting to use a pillow. Little tip with these is I don't blow them up all the way. I leave them a little bit deflated so that they don't like shoot out from under your head, you know, when you lay on them. Just me. On to some more just kind of random things. I love to bring a chair. This is a total luxury item and I love it. I love my chair. We have 2 of those, but I think we're just gonna bring 1 since it's such a short trip. But we will bring our Thermarest Z Light pad. Love this thing. Or wait, I think it's called the Thermarest Z seat pad. I'll have this linked below. Everything will be linked below. But this is great to sit on. It just insulates you from the cold ground and doesn't get your butt wet or dirty. If you have one of these sleeping pads, you could always cut a section off or two to sit on. We haven't done that because we like the long length, but if you don't feel like you need the long length and you want a sit pad, just cut a section of that off and you got your own sit pad. All right, moving on to our tent. This is the one we have. It's the Big Agnes Copper Spur HV UL3. It's a mouthful for a name, but basically it's just their ultralight tent for 3 people. And we really like it. It's lightweight. I mean, you can see this is a 3-man tent and it's decently small. So we love it. I've had this tent for years. We had it before we had kids actually. So when it was just me, Logan, and our dog Summit. So this is the tent we're gonna be bringing. Now for what we sleep in. I am not bringing any extra hiking clothes. I'm only bringing our sleep clothes. So here's what I have for the kids. For the kids' pajamas, I am going to bring them these Iksplor. These are merino wool base layers. I love these. They're nice and thick, they're warm, they'll be perfect under their sleeping bags. If it's really cold, sometimes I also bring them some fleece jammies to wear over those merino wool base layers, and then with their sleeping bag on top, they sleep plenty warm. I also bring them a pair of sleep socks. These don't leave the tent. These are just for sleeping, so they have warm socks at night. And then a beanie. I love these thin merino wool beanies. These are also from Iksplor because they're snug to their head, they're thin so it doesn't like feel like there's a lump, and they stay on really well. So I will probably bring them a beanie to sleep in as well if it's cold enough. For myself, I also love to sleep in merino wool, so my outfit does not match, but these are merino wool leggings. They're thick and warm, I love these. And then I am still nursing my 17-month-old, and she kind of wakes up throughout the night when we go camping. So having a nursing friendly top is really nice for that, so I don't have to pull up my whole shirt and get my stomach kind of cold. So this just pulls up right here and I can nurse her. I love this. This is also merino wool, thick and warm. So that is what I'm sleeping in, and I also brought myself a pair of sleep socks as well. My husband's gonna probably wear something similar, but I'm gonna let him deal with that and pack his own. He'll probably just wear some like long underwear and a long sleeve shirt. The only other clothing items I pack is jackets. So for myself, I have a down jacket. My husband will have a down jacket. And I also have down jackets for the kids. These are from REI. I love these. I will have them linked below. They're not too expensive, but I love them because they're just warm. So that's always good. Sometimes when we're backpacking, if I'm expecting rain or I'm expecting it to be like pretty cold, then I will pack the kids' play suits or rain suits. These are waterproof, they're insulated and warm, and I just love that they're one piece so they don't get any drafts. They don't really get dirty at all. So we have packed these on trips as well. All right, moving on to food. So I think I mentioned this earlier, but we're not going a super long trip, and we're starting around like a little before dinner time. So this is our snack bag. And then I'm also packing dehydrated meals. So I have 2 Mountain House meals. This will be plenty for all of us, especially if we eat like a snack in the car before we start, which sometimes we usually do that. So a couple of Mountain House meals for dinner. So this is our breakfast. It's oatmeal, and I just have some old-fashioned oats, some brown sugar, chia seeds, and a pinch of salt. And I can just add the boiling water right in here and it will cook, and I love this. These are empty right now because I need to fill them up, but I'm just gonna put some applesauce, maybe some peanut butter in here for them to have as a snack. I have cheese sticks for us. I need to go refrigerate these, but I just wanted to show it. Where we're going is gonna be cool enough that I'm not worried about packing these. I have this mac and cheese. This is kind of just like in case they don't want to eat the Mountain House meals, or we just need a little bit extra. I have one of these. Fruit leather for all of us, some dried fruit. I love this trail mix. It's from Costco. It just has almonds, cashews, some craisins, raisins, and these are yogurt chips. I have granola bars for all of us, so I love these RX bars, and then the kids like the Z bars. I have this almond butter from Justin's. This is usually to put on my apple. I love eating an apple. Or we can add it to our oatmeal if we end up just eating this plain. Some dessert, Justin's peanut butter cups. And some just rehydration packets. This is Drip Drop. I really like these. So that's everything in our snack bag. For those dehydrated meals, we bring our Jet Boil to boil water. This is the Jet Boil Flash. And inside I just have our little fuel canister and then the pieces that come with it and the fuel stand. And I always throw a lighter in here because even though it got a quick start, it can fail, and so you always want to have a lighter to make sure you can actually turn this sucker on. For water, we're gonna bring, I think, like 4 of these Nalgene's, 2 in each pack, or you might bring 3 and 1 of the kids' water bottles. But we always backpack with Nalgene's. Always hydrate really well before a backpacking trip. And then to filter our water, we are bringing the Katadyn Be Free. This is a new filter to me. I used it on our last trip. I really liked it, but I normally use the Sawyer Squeeze, but I left it with my mom. We went backpacking a few weeks ago and I accidentally left it in her car, so I had to buy a new one until I can get that one back. And I really enjoyed this one, actually. It has a great flow rate, super easy to use, so very happy to be using this again. Of course, we're also bringing headlamps. So I have the Petzl Acticore, and this is the, I believe, the Petzl Tika headlamps. Love these. And this is my toddler's headlamp. It's the Black Diamond Whiz headlamp. So he loves wearing his own headlamp. I like it. It's lightweight. It doesn't go too bright because he does shine it in our eyes. So yeah. Of course, we need some headlamps. Okay, on to some first aid and like emergency gear. So I have this first aid kit. It's the medical kit for me and my dog, but I don't bring this whole thing backpacking. What I do, it comes with 2 packages. So I just put what I felt like was most necessary into one bag. And so this is what I bring. So this is the first aid kit I'm gonna bring, and I'm probably gonna have my dog carry this. I am worried about the bugs on this trip because if you don't know, I live in Utah and we had an insane amount of snow this year. So I think the bugs are gonna be pretty bad. I think we're gonna have a lot of moisture. So bringing bug spray for sure, some chapstick. I always bring a couple emergency blankets. These are just really thin Mylar material, I think. Really thin, you open up, you wrap them around you inside your sleeping bag, you warm up super quick. So always bring a couple of those, a poncho, you never know. And I'll bring a couple packages of hand warmers. So in case, again, it's just colder than we're expecting at night, we can throw these in my kid's sleeping bag. Never put it against your skin, or especially your kid's skin, because it can burn them. But on the outside of their like fleece jammies, I don't feel like it's ever been an issue. I do have a baby in diapers. My toddler is potty trained, but I'll bring, this is from our last trip. I'll probably throw in 1 more diaper for how short this trip is. I'll probably bring 5 diapers and a little thin thing of wipes. One thing I do recommend if you are going with kids that are in diapers is to leave a couple diapers in your car. So you change them right before you start your hike, and then when you get back, if you happen to have run out of diapers, you got diapers in the car. So I definitely recommend that. I do bring a battery power to charge my phone, mostly because we use our phones for a sound machine at night. So they will die out in the cold without being plugged in. So we'll bring this with a cord. And then I'm gonna bring my vlog camera, my mirrorless camera to take some pictures. And so we will have to have batteries for those. For entertainment for the kids, they don't need much because they're outside, they're playing out in the grass and the dirt, and they're having fun. But I do like to bring a couple of things. So sometimes I do bring our Yoto player. If you don't know what this is, it's just a screen-free audio player. I have a whole review and everything about it, so I will link to that. So you just pop the card in and it plays the story.
Strap the girdle around his waist.
So I will be bringing this and a few of our cards so the kids can listen to this in the tent. Just kind of helps them wind down. Another toy I like to bring are these magnetic mini cubes. They're so fun, open-ended. Both my kids love them. I do watch my 17-month-old around them because there's magnets in them. But yes, they're lightweight, easy to bring, and I love them. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about is what we bring for my dog for a backpacking trip. And we pack everything in his own backpack. This is the Roughwear Approach dog pack. And it has so much room. We've never maxed it out because for a dog, they should not be carrying more than 20% of their body weight, just like a person. So for him, what we bring is a down blanket. So this is old, we've had this for years, and this is just what we kind of lay under him, throw on top. He lays at the foot of my sleeping pad, usually next to my toddler. And he's a really good dog. He doesn't move around in the tent much. So he's easy to have in there. When we only had a Summit, we didn't have kids, We had his own sleeping pad, and this is what it was. This is what we used to use for him. And it works great because he can't pop it with his nails. We've never had a problem with him popping any of our inflatable pads or putting a hole in our tent, but just to be extra cautious, this is a great sleeping pad for dogs. Also for him, we bring multiple poop bags because on shorter trips, we always pack it out. If we were going deeper into the backcountry, we probably would bury his poop if we were going like on a long trip. But for a quick overnighter, we do pack it out. We also bring this teeny tiny water bowl. It's also from Outerwear, and it just expands, super lightweight. And it can be a water bowl or for his food. He eats his food right out of the bag we put it in. I will show that in a second. This is his dog food. I have about 2 cups in here. He'll eat about half of this at camp tonight, and then in the morning he'll finish it. And we usually just let him eat right out of here. One thing about these packs, these kind of saddle style packs for a dog, is you wanna make sure the weight is evenly distributed on either side. So we are feeling it as we're packing it, making sure one side doesn't get too heavy. He doesn't really mind wearing it. It doesn't limit his mobility. It's really durable, so he runs through bushes and trees with it, and it's never gotten a hole. I mean, it's gotten dirty, but yeah, we really enjoy this pack. So that's everything I am bringing for our backpacking trip for one night with 2 kids. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy hiking, camping, backpacking videos. I love taking my kids out on adventures. And anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.